Welcome to News9 Live and you are watching On Point with me. We have 3 on points for you. Karnataka parents up in arms against new NEP regulation for school children. Parents want relaxation for children for first grade admission. Home Minister Amit Shah walks the talk. Directs Manipur administration to open highways for public by 8th March. But what are the challenges? Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits Sasangir, has a day out with the Lions. And now headlines. Supreme Court wraps YouTuber Ranveer Allahabadiya says humor cannot be free for all but allows him to resume his podcast. Mayawati expels nephew Akash Anand from the SP a day after removing him from party posts. Trinamool Congress repeats its epic scam charge in West Bengal, says ECI admitted error in the voter list but not accepted it. Congress spokesperson Shama Mohammed criticized for fat shaming Rohit Sharma. She defends a tweet but deletes it later following the uproar. One person arrested for the murder of Congress worker Himani Narwal in Haryana. Police says he was known to the victim. Tamil Nadu CM Stalin reignites the delimitation debate, urges couples in the state to have more children to increase political representation. Car drives into pedestrians in the German city of Mannheim, weeks after similar incident took place in Munich. US President Donald Trump responds to criticism about his approach towards Russia, says United States should worry less about Putin and more about migrant gangs and murderers. And Anora sweeps the Oscars with 5 awards including Best Picture. The Brutalist takes home 3. Sean Baker recognized as the Best Director. And now the big news is coming from Karnataka. More than 5 lakh children in Karnataka are set to lose a precious year owing to the government's enforcement of the National Education Policy 2020 age criteria for Class 1 admission. The rule mandates that children must be 6 years old to enter Class 1. Parents argue that the decision announced in November 2022 unfairly affects children who had already begun their pre-primary education under the previous system in the academic year 21-22. In other words, children who were on track to enter Class 1 between the age of 5 and 6 are being forced to repeat a year of pre-primary education. So, minimum age for Class 1 admission has become a problem. 5 lakh children is the number which is impacted. 50,000 children are from Bengaluru themselves. So what's the logic behind this rule? Quickly, I'll take you through it. Well, the NEP states that the children must receive 3 years of foundational education before formal schooling. This ensures India's educational structure is aligned with global standards. Also, it helps children develop a stronger foundation in cognitive, social and emotional skills. Earlier, the Karnataka BJP government had relaxed the rules. It allowed students under year 6 to proceed to Class 1. The implementation was postponed to academic year 25-26. However, parents who had enrolled their kids in preschool in 22-23 are at the receiving end. Thousands of parents who had enrolled their children in pre-primary in the previous systems are now up in arms. Now, we will break a big news on this channel. But my colleague, Nabila Jamal, Executive Editor of News9, spoke to parents in Bengaluru. Let me just play out a chunk of it and then we go back to the debate and the moot issue.
Why this is problematic? Sure. So the circular came out in November or December 2022, while our kids had been enrolled already in 2021 December-November timeframe for the academic year 2022-2023. And our kids have finished 3 years and now they're ready to go to grade 1. And just few days back, we've been told that no, your kids who do not meet the criteria of 6 years by June 1st are not eligible to go to grade 1.
This would mean that even if they're 10 days younger than 6.
Yeah, just one day.
Not even 1 day, okay. Not even 1 day younger than 6 that they're allowed to continue and move forward. And these are bright young kids who've studied their pre-nursery and now wanting to go to the first grade are forced to repeat a year. It is a psychological impact. Have you broken the news to your children?
Yes, actually before we did, right, in school they've been tagged as these repeat students.
That's terrible.
Yes, so my son is coming and asking why am I being called a repeat student, and he's really upset because all his friends are going to first standard and he has to repeat a year in the same section. That is,
And my question is, do the kids understand? Do they know what?
Yes, obviously they know, ma'am. Actually, when we used to speak with them, right, if you don't study, you have to repeat those things and all. Now, if they are in a situation, they are going to repeat, definitely it will impact them because their friends are all going to first standard. Now, they are again studying UKG. See, my son has graduated recently. They have celebrated the graduation.
Oh my God, you have a graduation for pre-nursery. Now, this is truly sad. Okay, that's a picture of the graduation of pre-nursery. And now students, when they get ready, and that's another one.
Yeah.
When students get ready to get on to their first standard, that's very cute. That's very cute. And he has to repeat it.
And their children are ready for class 1. Nabila spoke to them couple of hours ago. You can access the entire 12-minute chunk on our YouTube channel. But right now we'll focus our debate on what the government is going to do. Because no parent would like to hold back their children and force them to watch their friends move ahead while they remain stuck in pre-primary. The move has denied an opportunity. The move has also dented their confidence and sense of belonging. Schools claim that they had informed parents well in time, much earlier than the government order. Many schools had even pinned a copy of the government order on board in their schools and refused to admit underage children. Still, many parents insisted on admitting the child to the play school, perfectly understanding that the child will have to repeat the year. Schools say they communicated the rule to parents and that they had been following this rule long before the government order was out, yet they chose to admit children flouting the rule. Now, there is a side which is against the NEP. Let me read that out for you. One, rules unfairly affect children who had already begun their pre-primary. Repeating a year is a financial burden for the parents. Because you are holding back a child, it hurts child's emotional and mental health. But there are people who believe that it's good for the child, and NEP is good. At a larger scheme of things, one school say that they had informed the parents that there is nothing unethical. Parents chose to flout the rule. They knew it. And children must get 3 years of foundational education before formal schooling. NEP policy is in sync with world standards. So this is for and against. But the fact of the matter is that as per the NEP, students getting admitted to LKG and UKG, lower KG and upper KG, should have completed 4 and 5 years before commencement of the academic year on June 1. There appears to be a lack of coordination between the government, schools and parents on this. So the big question here is, did many parents knowingly admit their underage children into pre-primary classes? And also, given the policy model, should the Karnataka government, like that has been done in Delhi, Maharashtra, Odisha and Madhya Pradesh, offer relaxation to children? On this, I am joined by Nabila Jamal, Executive Editor, News9, Shashi Kumar, General Secretary, Karnataka Association of Management Schools, Advocate Anubhav Srivastava, Sahai Education and President, India White Parent Association, Ankita, parent from Bangalore, and I'll also be joined by Kasturi Shankar, actor, activist and lawyer. Let's frame the debate here, Nabila. What's happening in Karnataka?
Well, to be very honest, I wouldn't say that the parents were not aware of this ruling when they enrolled their children to the educational system. What I believe is that there wasn't proper communication. What I very strongly believe that there wasn't a notification that was given to schools for them to actually make this announcement with conviction. It was all haphazard. NEP has come. Is Karnataka following NEP? That itself, you have the own government's leaders who are unaware that Karnataka schools have already adapted to NEP. Some say we haven't, some say we have. So basically no formal notification. A lot of schools haven't got a notice. Some schools say they have got a notice. So there is no universal ruling. This is given so much space and room for confusion, and that's what's led to this mess. I cannot and will not blame the parents for it.
Okay. Shashi Kumar, your opening comments?
Sir. Yes, because first of all, I would like to give one important note on this. It is not NEP. It is not on background of NEP. It is a purely RTE Act and rule, which was actually from 2012. We in Karnataka, this came into effect during last 3 years back, and most of the people, including media, is misinterpreted and they are saying it is NEP. Definitely, it is not NEP. The Act and Rule is purely from RT Act and Rule. Number one. Number two. And the government 3 years earlier itself, and from beginning, they were insisting, because entire India, even CBSE, ICSE have passed their regulations, strictly making this as a 6 years mandate for first standard. Number three, most of the parents, they have, there are many unauthorized schools, and there are even authorized schools who have misguided parents and got admitted their children in competition mode. So these are the factors which has been repeated year after year. This is not the first year. Every year this has been repeated. But the government has very strictly given relaxation already 2 years, because the entry level was LKG as per SATS.
Okay.
Because every child has to be enrolled on SATS and they have to come year on year. That is now. Even there are parents who are thinking even in LKG, UKG, they can't withhold that, and they want to push it further.
Okay. Advocate Anubha Srivastava, your comments.
Yeah, thank you for having me on this show. And I think, as Mr. Shashi has pointed out, that some unauthorized schools and even authorized schools have not implemented it. So I guess if unauthorized schools are running in the state of Karnataka, and that itself is a big question mark as far as the implementation of not only RTE Act, but even Karnataka Education Act, NEP, they are completely violating. The government is not implementing RTE Act, neither they are implementing properly NEP and other acts in place in Karnataka. How come unauthorized schools are running in state like Karnataka? Why no action has been taken? Because many parents in remote areas are also not aware about all the rules and regulations. Even if ministers are not aware, as told by one of the panelists, if ministers in state of Karnataka are not aware about the rules and regulations in place, then how can you expect even a parent when the notification has not come to some of the schools? As some of the schools are claiming that we have not received any notification.
Okay.
So certainly there's a communication gap.
Anubha, I understand what you're trying to say. I just want to get this debate down to the parent and a child. Ankita is one of the parents.
Right.
I think that's where we need to locate the debate. If you locate the debate, a conversation around rules, regulation, government, politics, it's inane. I think it's about a child and a parent and the future. Ankita, how do you see this panning out? Because ultimately so many children are involved. And I do understand that when you ask a child to say, you stay back and your colleagues go forward, it has a psychological bearing. Tell me your experience.
Yes. So, firstly, yes, there are 6 lakh plus students getting affected by this in Karnataka. And also to what Sir is telling. Sir is mentioning about RT so much. So, he should also be aware that in section 16 of RT, there's something known as no detention policy, which says that no kid should repeat any class till class 5. By doing that, they'll be demotivated. It will reduce their confidence. They'll be discouraged. So, RT is also telling about no detention policy and also telling about, repeating preschool. So, I don't know. It's not making a lot of sense over here. And if you're going to ask about these unauthorized schools and all that, we parents have nothing to do about that. The government officials should take care of all of those things, right? I don't think that point should be discussed at all, because it's like diversion.
Shashi Kumar says unauthorized schools. I think the best of the best schools, I wouldn't say unauthorized. He also runs the school himself.
I said, Nabila, there are two components. One is unauthorized schools, especially on nursery categories. Authorized schools who have misused this particular thing and they wanted admission and they have confused the parent. Even parents wanted. Our only thing
point is that it was an accepted norm to enroll students at 5.5,
parents are hurry in enrolling their children.
5 years, 8 months.
Okay.
It was
That is
very
also a
accepted
factor
by the
to be
government
looked
itself.
upon.
Even under the
I think
RTE,
see the
5 years,
see the
5 months, 5 years, 8 months is
bigger
accepted.
issue. See, what is the job of the government? The
I'm
job of the
sorry,
job
I
of the
want to
government.
make-
Okay, I'll give all of you time. You see, what is the job of the government? Job of the government is to behave like a parent, be an enabler, resolve the issue of the people of the state, and the people understand it or not understand it. The responsibility of the resolution is not on people. It's like saying a stampede has happened, people were undisciplined. No,
Yeah.
the responsibility is always on the administration. That's the function of the state.
Yeah, if any-
that is the function of the politicians. So responsibility. And now we are going to break a big news, and Nabila is going to break it for us. Nabila Jamal spoke to the Education Minister of Karnataka. Let me put that big breaking out. When Nabila spoke to the Education Minister of Karnataka, Mr. Bangarappa, he said, and this is first and exclusive on News9, and we are breaking it for the entire parent community of Karnataka. He told Nabila, we will announce pro-people policy. We will give relaxation but no further extension. And the minister spoke directly to Nabila. He said this will be the last solution. And he went on to say in this conversation that Mr. Bangarappa very categorically said that the resolution will take place and it will be pro-people policy. And it will be very, very soon.
Yeah,
Nabila,
this is,
take
I
us through
think
your conversation.
An absolute headway and breakthrough, if I may say, because I did meet with the parents personally, and for them, this is big news. This is the first and only statement given by the Karnataka Education Minister, Madhu Bangarappa himself, has conveyed to News9 that the government is going to be announcing a decision in barely about 2 to 3 days' time, which is going to be in favor of the parents and the aggrieved students. So, a huge relief in that sense. Of course, we're waiting for a formal confirmation, a formal notification to come in from the government of Karnataka itself. But this is a confirmation given to me and News9 as a channel, where Madhu Bangarappa, the Primary and Secondary Education Minister in Karnataka, has confirmed that in 3 days' time, the government is going to be announcing a decision that will be in favor of the students who are currently aggrieved. And it's interesting to note, and we're relieved, in fact, to hear that Madhu Bangarappa said that the government also is wanting a solution and does not want for the students to repeat. So just like other states like Delhi, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, who have given some kind of relaxation for students who are currently stuck under the new rigid NEP rule when it comes to age limit for class 1, Karnataka government too also coming out with a measure, and that measure will be announced soon. But this is also very clearly stated, Kartikeya, that this is going to be the last solution. If any further going forward, parents are going to enroll their children earlier into schools and expect them to move forward without reaching the 6 years age limit as on July 1st, they will not be entertained or encouraged. So this is the last and final solution, but the Karnataka government has promised that it's going to be in favor of these
let's
students.
read the tea leaves and we will keep this big breaking on our side. Shashi Kumar, when Education Minister says that it will be a pro-poor policy, what do you expect? Let's read the tea leaves.
See, if it is been government is taking such decision, definitely it will be in larger
Education
interest.
Minister has spoken to
Our
Nabila Jamal on the show. We will keep this breaking here. So let's read the let's read the tea leaves.
Yeah, I mean,
What will happen?
Said it very clearly, Shashi Kumar, that the students will not be. I mean, he never particularly said that they will not have to repeat, but what he particularly said is that this will be in favor of the students and this will be the last solution. So we are interpreting this statement to say that the government wants the students to move forward, and they want to ensure that they don't repeat a year. In as many words, Madhu Bangarappa has, in a way, announced some relief for the parents, and this is the last. Shashi Kumar, do you believe that this is about time that the government take cognizance?
If the more and more students are there, but every year on year, Nabila, this things is reoccurring. Parents get joined, they come on the road, then again there should be.
No.
When are you going to end this?
Shashi, it's not time. I don't want to get into a crib session because very important piece of information is breaking on News9. Madhu Bangarappa has on record says that we will give relaxation, but this will be the last. This will
But
be the
he
last.
should also assure that he should also assure that the school will violate.
Mr. Kumar,
No school will violate,
Mr.
and
Kumar,
no
this is not a, this is not,
nursery schools
this is
will
not
run
a
in
school
state.
debate. I'm having with
Then
you.
it will be the right thing.
Mr. Kumar. Mr. Kumar.
He should
Mr.
also
Kumar.
assure that
Mr. Kumar, this is not a school
unauthorized
debate.
school,
Mr.
no
Kumar, this is not a
unauthorized
school
school
debate. I'll mute you. I'm just asking very politely, what do you think the government will do?
No, government may relax and it has its power.
What?
So
Can you
let them,
tell you tell this to our viewers? A lot of people don't understand the system in Karnataka. Can you please
until
elucidate on that?
Yesterday, Madhu Bangarappa gave a news statement that there is no relaxation. Today, if he is saying to your channel, then he has to say and come on record.
No. This is not about that PR channel. This is about breaking news.
In fact, the parents can
This
give
is
us
about
their
breaking
take.
news.
The
My job is to break and inform people. Ankita, do you support and welcome this step?
Yes, I really welcome and I really hope that it is about pushing kids to the next or it is more about not making kids repeat a year, So I really trust the government, really trust the education minister, education department. I really hope that these 6 lakh plus kids will be given justice. I am really hopeful now about this, really grateful, really happy about our government.
Okay, let me now go across to Advocate Anubha Srivastav. Sorry, I had cut you short. Now, what sort of a resolution you expect? Can you just take us through scenario 1 and scenario 2?
Yeah, see, I really appreciate the stand taken up by the Karnataka government because as many students are not aware about such policy, so more and more awareness is required as far as the RT Act implementation is concerned. And I really appreciate this move being taken by Karnataka government to support all these 5 lakh children because even in other states, the state governments have given relaxation. So the students in Karnataka will be at par with those students also. There will be parity. So as far as the
when the minister Anubha, when the minister says pro people, but one time, what does it mean? I mean, so there's going to be a sort of a strict guideline that boss don't flout the rule.
Yes, it is already there, and then again in further it should not violate.
Mr. Kumar, I'll come to you. Let Anubha finish now. Yes, Anubha.
Definitely, there has to be some strict. Yes, definitely, there has to be some strict guidelines as far as the age criteria is concerned. And implementation is really important so that the future children and parents will not be affected. And this is statement by Karnataka government and the education itself shows that they are going to support the parents. They are with the parents, no doubt. But at the same time, parents also need to understand that they have to ensure that the children goes to school at the age of 6 when, as far as the primary school is concerned. And when they will enroll the children in pre-primary, they should be 3-year-old. So when there will be a strict implementation of RT Act, definitely I think this problem will not occur.
I have something to say, Ankita. I will come to you, but Kartikeya, this is what we should know, and our viewers should know. Many of the parents themselves, in fact, educated me on this, on how many countries across the world assess the child's preparedness and readiness before actually pushing them to grade 1. It's not compulsory that they have to be 6 years of age. Why should there be a hard press rule? If a child is ready at 5.5 years, 5 months, how does that make a difference? UK, in fact, mandates at 5 you need to be at grade 1.
But Nabila, when you interacted with so many parents there in Bengaluru, what was the anxiety? Was it only about a year being missed? Or are we missing a bigger picture?
It's about a year of course being missed, which leads to mental agony, trauma for the child. We might think that they're really young kids, but they're very well aware what are the stages to life. For them, they've done pre-nursery, nursery or LKG, UKG, and then first grade is almost graduating to college. That's how excited they are. So they are very well aware that if they repeat, their friends are going forward. Mental agony, financial duress. It's about literally paying up for school for 11 years. Why would anyone take that burden? Schools are not ready to give them any kind of discount, maybe 50%
Private schools are expensive?
Of course, private schools are expensive, and due credit to the schools, how are they going to pay salaries? It's for everyone to, come together on a consensus, and it's only for the government to decide on this, and I feel it's the government's prerogative to come up with a clear set of guidelines and ensure this ambiguity does not prevail, because we're talking about future of these young kids, and you can't have them all their life saying that, oh damn, I missed a year because I wasn't 6.
Okay, Mr. Shashi Kumar, why did you think it took so much time, for Madhu Bangarappa to say this? We have broken this news to all the viewers of News9 that there is a resolution coming. And we have broken it on News9 that there is a resolution coming
in favor of
the students. He says it will be pro people very soon. There will be a relaxation, but one time. Why did you take that? This so much of to and fro took place in media, Couldn't this have been done earlier, sir?
This order is not today's. It is already 3 years old order. Every year these things are coming up, and there was no relaxation. Relaxation was only to LKG, UKG students who are coming directly to the first standard. Last year and before last year. And this year it was binded. And because when they announced in 2022, they said 2025 will be exact 6 years. They have to be binded to get admission to first standard. So government couldn't do anything. Now government has to re-amend and give a clearance so that only this year is been exempted, so that all the students who have taken this particular age criteria will have 1 year relaxation. That might be his intention. But whoever has followed the rules, most of the schools followed the rules all these 3 years, they will be in soup, because the violators will be in upper hand. That's it.
She wanted to make a word. Ankita, if you can jump in. We know that this rule was in retrospect. It wasn't prospective.
Yes,
it was in retrospect, which is appalling for a government to actually make a decision.
No, it was prospective. It was not retrospective. Sorry.
No, it was retrospective. It was retrospective. The BJP government then backtracked because of parent backlash. Then
I think it takes place in Karnataka in the month of April and May.
Mr. Kumar, you should allow Ankita to speak. You have made your points strong enough.
All I want to say is that we parents are not against NEP. Let me make this clear. We are not against the
Don't talk about NEP.
Mr. Kumar, let's not do this. Let's not get into the nitty-gritty. A good decision is being made by the Congress government in Karnataka. Let's welcome the good decision being made. We have broken it. The minister spoke to Nabila. It's a big decision being made. I welcome the decision that the Congress government is making. Yes.
Sir, all we are saying is this was retrospective. All we were asking for is things to be prospective, So when our kids were already in school, they had already completed 6 months of preschool when this was implemented or announced. So all we are saying is this shouldn't be implemented to the kids who had already.
I need to close in this debate, but I'll take the last word from Nabila. Nabila, do you think that Congress has been, a political question, has been able to firmly deal with this issue? Do you think that when you spoke to Mohan Bangarappa, he means business? Madhu Bangarappa, he means business?
Absolutely. Madhu Bangarappa was very proactive in the sense the moment he saw News9 extensively covering these protests, parents came together, and kudos to these parents, some of them who took the courage to come together and protest and put their foot down, saying they don't want and they will not see their children repeat a year. It was quick reaction from Madhu Bangarappa, who said he's holding meetings. He was holding series of meetings today. So I caught him right in the middle of one of those meetings, and he promised that this is going to be dealt with, and they are very much in favor of ensuring that students move forward.
I think the takeaway is that the Congress has, with this statement on air, has been able to manage the crisis. Let's see how it executes it. But my takeaway is that the policy change in the system should be smooth, and the transition should not cause hassle to children. Because ultimately, we must remember, education is about children. That's the top and bottom of it. And while the objective behind preventing underage admission is all right, we cannot allow a year to be wasted. And this is all on point one. But on the other side, we'll talk about why opening highways in Manipur is going to be a challenging task for the government after a short break.
Associate sponsor Tata AIG, with you like family, with you always.
What is to the nines? In literal terms, it's perfection. But to us, it's not just a phrase, it's an attitude. One that starts at your desk and sends a statement to the world. To the nines is about taking charge.